it's hard to see through there, but I cannot let this cow see me. She's been at this for an hour. So she's on her last up and down, or I'm gonna walk her into the barn and help her, but I think she's got it. I know you guys can't make a whole heck of a lot out through the bars, but I think I see the bridge of the nose now, so I'll bring you back. Hey Mama Jetstar. Yes, I'm using one of my cows as a hide. Success. It's a good sized cab out of a mid-sized cow. And yes, I always make sure I have backup. Hey Bowie. Oh, I know you're ready to cover me going in there. That calf is tired. She's been at this for, oh, yeah, at least an hour, if not an hour and a half. Yeah, if she got up one more time, I was taking her to the barn. I was getting scared because she was not getting the nose up into the birth canal at all. I thought the head was back. But she did it. She figured out how to push it back in. Hey, Bowsers. Hey, sweet girl. Did you know you have a granddaughter in the calving barn? Yeah, Ozlin is in there. She's got a baby girl. He looks good. Okay, it's lunchtime. Look at that, trying to get up already. 3 seconds old. Hey, Jetstar. Tango Turd strikes again. Well, what's wrong, Piper Doug? Well, look how messy it is down the side of the tractor. Yep, she's let go completely. That seal is gone. The other one, slightly dirty. This one was slightly dirty. Figured, well, come warm season, we'll rebuild them. No. The Tango Turd goes, no, I know you want all your bales hauled in off the field before it gets too warm. I'm just gonna let go. Yay. Fun and games. There's always one in the crack den. Where are you going? Suki's girl. Hey, Cookie. They're liking having this half a pen to go adventuring in. Though they get down behind the cables, they think they're trapped. It's like, Mom, I can't get out. So yeah, we really bed this pen up hard at the start because we want to get a good bed pack built up, but we also don't want to bed a whole bunch of animals in here before we have calving, because then we don't want a bacteria build up as soon as it melts. So yeah, it's all, we don't let it get very dirty, but we like to get at least a good 3 or 4 inch mat of clean straw down. Oh, they're having fun. That'd be cool when we get new cameras. We could just have like live zoomy cam. See if any of y'all would want to click into that. Zoomy cam. That'd be cool. Track the little creatures. Yeah, I gotta go get new diatomaceous earth because they like to knock it over. So yeah, you kind of see a theme here. These are girls who are, they're still good, strong cows, but they're going out on top. They still got good gait to their walk. Their body scores are still strong for their age, but you can tell condition score has dropped. Like you can tell by how elevated the pin bones are, how exposed the ribs are, and then you look at bag condition too. Now these girls don't have bag failure. I think that's the best way to put it. The bags are still strong. The bags have not they're even, they're not, you haven't had a bad quarter go out, you haven't had a ligament take out on the back side, so you end up with this hugely dropped rear. They're all still really good. They're just sort of not as full as they should be. So yeah, there's 4 in here now. There is another 3 that I'm certain of, because Superstar is one of the, well, she is the general matriarch to go, and then there's 2 other older girls that are conditioned to go out, and then there's a youngster who has failing back hooves. She's on the list, so that's a hard one. If she could shed her back hoof length properly, we wouldn't do it, but she can't. For some reason, she has a hard time shedding the tip off of her rear hooves. She ends up sickle-footed, so sad to say, and she's a pet too. Anyway, I'm gonna see if I can get this cab to move so I can get in the pen here. Oh, of course he's done now. He's finished. Okay. Yeah, we got the new gear shifter in thanks to Cubby up at Shoal Lake. All $300 of it, but it is what it is. So, boys got their bail, little girls got their bail, big herd got their 3, second timers got their 2, cab cows got their 1, first timers got their 1. Yeah, big mail day. So, big shout out to Chris up at Shoal Lake Farm Equipment. He'll have the new seals for the rams in tomorrow from Regina. So I can get the 1 ram off into the shop tonight and get it stripped down ready for tomorrow. I really only need to do 1 right now, so we'll see what time I have. So, mint. Well, here we are, folks, in the ever-going Piper Doug world. Between kitchen project, calving barn project, and the tango turd that just keeps wanting my attention. Like I think I said in the previous clip, Chris up there at Shoal Lake has the new kits coming in tomorrow, hopefully afternoon. So it's hopefully tomorrow night we'll be putting this back together. So no time at the present to take this apart. I happen to know there's videos on YouTube of a guy called Piper Doug doing the 2 smaller rams from the tipping part of the loader. So it should be just the same. So you undo that clip. That lets, I know it's called the wiper. This part of the ram, it lets this whole part go in, and then there's a retaining clip that is clicked into the outer tube. It lets it drop in past this to come out, and then lets this whole wiper band assembly, and then lets the whole rod and piston come out. So we'll give her a go. Okay, I don't know how interesting this will be to most people, because this is probably teaching a fair bunch of people how to suck eggs. But I do know there's a lot of different types of hydraulic rams. There's the kind that the cap, I know there's a term for it, I don't know it, so excuse my layman terms. So I say this is the cap to the chamber. You have the rod, and then you have the piston, which is sitting somewhere in here right now. So there's seals in the piston, which are pretty important because that does your lifting. And then there's the seals on the cap, which is also equally as important because I'm trying to think how this works. So expansion, because that's the top. So to push the rod out. So the lifting is done in this chamber, and then the lowering is done in this chamber. And so yeah, because it's pressurized, if this seal goes, then you're losing oil. You can still lift, but you're just blagging oil everywhere. So if you can look here, you'll see there's a ring right there. So I pushed the cap in there, and then up here, you probably can't see that, in there there's a gap. So it's kind of like this guy. This was locking the cap from going backwards to unlock it. This is an outer circlip, that's an inner circlip. So that one, you basically just kind of got to dig it out somehow because you can't exactly expand it inwards. So I'm going to pull that out, and then we can draw the whole thing out. My handy tip at this point is when you undo this circlip, wire brush, clean out as much as you can, knock it back, and if you're lucky, you'll get to that locking ring. Most of the time you won't be, because this has been in there since the dinosaurs ruled the earth. So I had to knock it in, and then I had to drive it back out, and that brought all of this crystallized. It's not really a seal. It's to keep dirt and crud away from this ring. Yeah, it doesn't do a whole heck of a lot of anything else. So anyway, so I had to dig that out, and then I pushed it back, and now I've got the ring. So I'll get this out. Okay, this is a new one on me. Because when we rebuilt the tipping rams on the Tango Turd, the loader was sitting in here. The tractor was up at Shoal Lake. So I rebuilt the front rams because they had issues. They had pitting and stuff, and that's when I did the old welding, the pinholes in the chrome, and buffed it back up. And they are working for the most part. But the nice thing was I had the rams locked in the loader so I could undo the piston off of the ram. So I went and grabbed the pipe wrench, or as we call them in Scotland, a Stilson. Big kahuna. I got a little bar in here, and I thought, just for Hail Mary, I'll see if I can untorque it. I didn't untorque it. It was hand tight. So, yeah, that can't be right. So yeah, I got to take the piston off, because I got to take the cap off, because there's seals inside it, and that's the seals that have let go, because the oil was pouring out of here. So the whole kit's coming with these, these two here, because there's a hard plastic, and then there's a seal. There's that rubber seal that sits in here, but it's the ones inside here that are the important parts. So I'll take this apart, because apparently that's an easy job to do. Oh yeah, she just rolled right off. So there is signs of red Loctite, but I don't think it was doing much. So the odd thing is, the actual seal is fine. Like, there's no nicks or cuts or anything in it. It's just done. Weird, because that's it there, the green and white part. Don't know why, but just didn't seal no more. And yes, that black band with the gap in it, that's just the wear strip. It's just a guide wear band, because there's one there and there's the other one there. It's sacrificial. It keeps the it's the last line of defense when the seals go, and that way you don't get metal on chrome. So that's all I can do for tonight. I'm not taking it apart, because that way when I have the new seals, I line them up beside and I can just interchange them, because that way I don't get old Piper Doug confused. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Just checking, see Belle's just chewing the cud, which means she's not calving. So, now I can leave. On the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. Going to get more orange tractor parts. Up the road again. Going to get some parts to fix that orange turd again. I'm working on it. Alright. So there we go. 2 kits for lift cylinders for an Agco loader, or Allied, and $457 later. Man, oh man, that stuff's not cheap. You wonder, like, if you just replaced the whole cylinder, how much more expensive would it be? Now I get those cylinders are probably about $800 a piece, but wow, it's $200 to rebuild them? Yikes. Another red one. Well, that's baby 25. So, going by previous years of successful calves to market, that's us quarter done. Now, fingers crossed, and all going well, isn't that right, Leah? That's us a 5th done. So, nice. Yeah, I just came out. I checked the camera at the when I went in for coffee or tea. I'm a tea drinker. There was nothing happening, and by the time I got my gear on, came outside the tractor, and then checked everybody on the way over, this baby was out to the waist. And that is it trying to stand up literally 3 minutes later. Nice. Another Lamar baby. Hey, Ian. Sweetie, if you have your baby, you get to come in here. She's going to the Golden Girls. This one's another one of these cows that's lost its tag, so gonna have to do a bit of a riddle. Hey, big spender. 4 tubs, 2 bags of diatomaceous earth. Does that look like $1,000? Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Now the little training schedule. Yeah, I don't know what. The baby, it's always boys. The baby just seemed a little kind of, what do you call it, wimpy, maybe? He would try to get onto her and he would kind of lose interest really quick. Mom was standing really good, but then she just kept wanting to go and lay down. She has an older cow. So, we brought them into the Casa del Maternity and put her in the headlock. She's got grain. She is a nice cow. She's a commercial. She's one of our commercials. She's one of the ones that's either this year or next year she goes to the Golden Girls. And I had a heck of a time drawing the milk out. The plugs were real hard. I don't know why, But I don't know if maybe that's why he got latched on. He couldn't get anything out of them. Because I grew up on a dairy farm, I know how to open up quarters. And yeah, it was a good. She lucky enough she wasn't kicking too hard. So he's figuring it out now. So yeah, it's one of those where I got a gut feeling, just wasn't happy with that. And before, because it's after supper, I just didn't want to leave it too much longer. So I'll make him get to the other quarters and then let them back out into this pen that had a headlock. I think she's got the bucket tipped over now. Yep, side number 2. That's good, Mama. He's on you. You stay right there. He'll balance you up. If you do good, and then I'll let you back into here and give you some hay. Yeah, he's got the notion now. Eventually he'll figure out the back ones. Well, as those keen-eyed will see, that Piper Doug couldn't help himself, so he pulled the second ram off because, well, he got both kits. And that one was damp, so ticking time bomb, as they say. And sure as to Piper Doug's luck, you know, that one was finger tight. This one wasn't. Handy thing about having a silage chopper sitting in your workshop. It makes good as a solid base, though I couldn't quite fit the eye in the tongue, so I had to just pin it through the top. But I have cracked it loose. I didn't even have to use a pipe on this. Just had to use sheer mass. Oh yeah, squirrel. So here's the gear shifter. Here's the gear shifter for the old John Deere. That looks like $300, doesn't it, everybody? $300. Piece of flat steel with 2 holes drilled that way and a hole drilled in that end and a bar stuck through it. But needs must. Okay, well, I've got this cracked loose, but man, is it a hard turn. That red Loctite is all gummed up in the threads, so I'll get this turned and then we can get it cleaned up and we can start rebuilding. So yeah, I fought with that for a good 10 minutes. And yeah, she was proper gummed up with Loctite, so not the worst problem to have. Definitely better than old finger tight over here. So there's the really bad one. So I didn't take it apart yet because I do one at a time. So I only opened one bag at a time. And so I stripped the cap and the piston. And yeah, we have a problem. It doesn't match. No sir, she doesn't match. So the weird part is the cleaner seal is the same. The inner pressure seal looks like it's the same. So then we have a mid-band seal, which goes in here. So that's this guy is inside this guy. I should point where I'm talking about. So that goes in there. Well, we've got the rubber ring, but these are not the same wear bands. And I don't know what this is for. That is something totally different. So yeah, gonna have to contact Chris in the morning. Sugar nuggets.